Hey everyone, and welcome to Beast Thoughts, where I share my thoughts on things going on in today's world. So, following your passion and making a living, is there a barrier between the two? What is it that people like to pursue in their life? Well, usually it's passions such as sports, gaming, art, it could be anything. But for some reason, it's very hard to find someone who is using his passion also as a means of making a living. But why though? What normally happens with most people is that they have a regular job that they aren't passionate about, who have no choice but to leave their passions aside for whenever they're actually free. Why does this have to be the case? Why can't we do both work and at the same time have it consist of something we are genuinely passionate about? Because only that way can someone truly be satisfied with his job. Let's try to understand why it's so difficult for people to turn their passions into their jobs. Let's take video games for instance. There are 2.7 billion gamers all across the world. I'm pretty sure that most would love to make gaming their source of income and not just their passion, but how realistic would this be? Unless there's a business model that can pay all these gamers just for playing games, there isn't an easy way into doing this. So, what does it really take? Let's take a look at art now. Very few artists are actually given the chance to present their drawings in exhibitions and to people. It's not always necessary that the person who gets the spotlight deserves it or is better than the rest. There can be factors such as luck, connections, personality, smart decisions, and so on. It's not necessary that that person's art is better than that of all other artists, but some end up getting better opportunities than others, and that's just the harsh truth. Now, let's link gaming with art. With both, it's a huge number of people, so what exactly is the problem? Well, one could argue and say for gaming and art, there isn't a strong demand for it. But then you could also say, well, there's a demand because there are people willing to pay millions and millions of dollars for you to draw a piece of art or for you to win a tournament in gaming. So I think there are a lot of factors that have to be reconsidered when trying to turn your passion into making a living out of it. I think a lot of it comes down to trying your best to put yourself out there and being given the right opportunity as well. You also need to ask yourself, if I were to get paid for my passion, why would that be? So, with gaming, for instance, there is more than one way to go at it. One way is to go professional and join an esports team to compete in tournaments. Another way is to earn money through streaming. Now, ask yourself, why would people watch you stream? There has to be a good reason for such. One reason could be that you're better at the game than most people, hence, you're giving people a motive to watch you. But that's not the only reason. Another point could be that you're entertaining. So you don't necessarily need to be the best gamer out there, but you do need to have something interesting to offer. And what I mean by this is look at your personality. See if you think people would enjoy watching you. One way for this is to be a funny outgoing person. So a lot of people enjoy watching gamers who may not be necessarily good at the game, but are very entertaining and are capable of making jokes and laughing at bad moments in the game. So overall, there's more than one way to look at it, but the common thing is you need to have a way to stand out for your chances to be much better than others. And even then, you could be an extremely good gamer while also being very entertaining, but it may not always be the case that you end up being popular and end up being able to make a living out of your passion. Nothing is always guaranteed, and that's always the risk. But that's how life is, and regardless, we should try to pursue our passions and try to make a living out of them, if possible. I'm sure most of you are aware of Maslow's hierarchy of needs. It's a motivational theory in psychology comprising a five-tier model of human needs. Needs lower down in the hierarchy must be satisfied before individuals can attend to needs higher up. And as you can see, we start with physiological needs such as health, water, food. Then comes safety, love, esteem, and finally self realization, which is the potential in achieving all it is that you want to achieve in life. Now, what I'd like to show you next is the Bohannes hierarchy of career fulfillment, which is a modified version of Maslow's hierarchy. As you can see, this one has passion to the top of the list and has the below bars a bit different. Of course, before pursuing any passion, it is essential to be mentally and physically healthy and to maintain having a roof over your head, since you do need to have a source of income. Once these basics are checked off, it's time to create a plan for yourself. Finally comes the passion, because only then would it truly matter. Everyone would love to make a living out of their passions, and while it may sound tough to implement, it's always worth a shot to try and make it happen. Thank you for watching and have a wonderful day.